I'm telling you, close the shades.
Midnightrabbi Music Mystic Hour.
Yeah, close the blinds.
We had some really great acts. We started off with Harry Lesser, and we went to Elyon. Now Harry Lesser's putting some cool stuff up online, and he's got some great tracks coming out. I have the personal copy, and I've sent it around to a few big people. You guys were lucky. It's going to be big. Anyway, Elyon is, one of my good friends, very sincere, very spiritual and all that. And now tonight we got a real good mix, a real good combination act coming. In fact, they even brought their drummer. Now the only one thing is they got a bit, I gave them very clear instructions, but you know how it can work. They got on the wrong bus, and etc., and they'll be here tomorrow. So in the meanwhile, you're going to have to hear the version of the Moshe band through me, yeah? Which I'm just showing. They're on the way. They'll be in a few minutes. So the story is the Midnight Music Rabbi Hour, whatever you want to call it, phrase it, is for you guys. It's for Ashreinu, the fortunate ones. What we're already holding in is Yud Kei Vav Kei. Remember, I like to talk about Hashem because we're Jewish and we believe in God, that kind of stuff. And we're in Eretz Israel, and it's a holy land, and all those good kind of true, cool things that like this, like that. Everyone says like every minute, So I like to talk about Hashem. I think that's a bit more content than speaking like. Yeah, I like to talk about. I like to talk about stuff that's more meaningful. So that's why we're learning this, the Mystic Music Hour, that Hamakor is a group, basically from the Moshav. Let's hear the history. You all know about Shlomo Kalibach, yeah? Now Shlomo Kalibach was a very big neshama. I just heard a beautiful speech he gave about the Lubavitcher Rebbe when the Lubavitcher Rebbe was nifter, the Chabad Rebbe. I personally love him very much. Why do I love him so much? Because he's exactly what I'm getting at with music and being a mensch and mysticism. The goal is to make the main thing, your deeds be good, your deeds to be kind, to be positive. So let's get to the Lubavitcher Rebbe. The Shlomo Kalibach said when he went into the Lubavitcher Rebbe, it lit up his soul. And what did he do? He said he didn't spend a day from that point on in his life where he did not help one person that day on the streets. Every day of his life, Shlomo Kalibach helped someone on the streets in the merit of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. That is real menschkeit. Not only that, he built the Moshav. Moshav is a beautiful place, the Moshav Medin, and it was all his famous, hippie chevra that he picked up in. Excuse me, I'm not dressed so good today. Anyway, he picked up in San Francisco, Bay, and all those cool hippie places, hippie house, and he was real big souls, that were floating around in the 60s. You know about that? Yeah? You follow the 60s a little bit? Yeah? Of course. Okay guys, you've got to be in this, I'm not just talking for fun. So the 60s, yeah, was a very powerful time, and there was I'm good friends with a guy called Guru Gil. He's like this cool guru. You can go to the altar and catch him, putting on tefillin. So that's one of my stories. When I came to Israel, I was told, go find this Guru Gil. And I was like, yeah, what's Guru Gil? They started telling me a story about this Jewish guy who stopped an elephant in India and became this famous guru because he was so mystical and all this and that. Anyway, so I went to the Kotel and I didn't think I'd find him. And I just started telling this story to some guy standing there, in a black hat. And he goes, whoa, you wouldn't believe it, I'm him. I was like, what? Nah. And he said, yeah, seriously, come to my house at Pesach. I ended up staying there, and my whole life I flipped, I had long hair and earrings and all that. I flipped around, it was such a cool night, such a cool guy, Guru Go. Anyway, so this whole idea, these hippies are hanging around in the 60s, so he brought them, and this, I don't want to talk about people's family, but it was a very special soul, Ben Sion Solomon, who came back, and he had, believe it or not, 8 beautiful children. I mean, I have more, but here they are now. 8 sons, 8 brothers, yeah? Who you've heard of, the Moshav is now one of them. Hello? Okay, great. So come down the stairs.
Coming.
And I'm finished.
So nervous.
You're coming? We go? Yeah, well, who else that? Who else that?
So they're on their way. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. So just quickly, because they're almost here. What has this got to do with mysticism? This is the power of a beautiful soul that was far away. This is Hanukkah. This is the Parshas right now with Yaakov. We talked about the 4 Imahos. They were brought out of a very far place, and they brought down 12 beautiful tribes, especially Binyamin in this week's Parsha. And that is the beauty of the Jewish people. 8 beautiful sons, all musical, came out from some hippie place in LA, and they all come to Eretz Israel, and they're here, they bring up the children, they're all such holy children. All of them are beautifully musical, especially you all know about Yehuda Solomon in the Moshe band, you must have heard of him. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff, Matzio and this and that. So this is going to be his brother Nachman Solomon, who did Hamakor, and that's like a great band. Should you on the way? And you should check out Hamakor. It's one of my favorite Jewish bands around. And okay, I've got to make sure.
Yeah. So what do you mean? Of course it doesn't. Rabbi, do I still record now?
We opened for Moshe and
There's a lot of bad blood. There's a lot of bad blood. It's not comfortable.
I'll zoom in.
It's really not okay. If we walk out at a certain point, Rabbi, it's just because like things are getting way too heated.
Solomon was in the band. He was in the Moshe band. He was signed up. He had this crazy story and this whole, hopefully they'll get into a little bit. Maybe they won't. That's up to them. But he had this unbelievable story of the son, and he ended up choosing to be in Eretz Yisrael and doing a spiritual thing rather than being signed up by big company and being in the Moshe band in America. So even though he's like, really religious guy, yeah, but you have to understand his story. He grew up in the Moshe. It was a cool place, and
Totally, what? Yeah.
Come in, brothers. We're just introducing the Solomon brothers and this yeah. The bathroom. Is the door open over there?
He's ready for his birthday.
The door's open?
Do you want
Bathroom? He needs a bathroom.
Don't go to Sharon's house.
Yeah. Don't go too far. So we want you guys while you set up again. Please feel free to start. Wait till they come back. So anyway, so the main thing is that we want to just welcome the both of them and their friend. They brought a drummer along. What's his name? Henry. Okay. So you have to just picture the whole journey that people are going on, and it's unbelievable. And it's all for us, the inspiration that they've come special for us tonight. We have to appreciate people coming out of their way. It's from Yerushalayim, it's a bit of a schlep. And everyone has to realize, that they themselves have choices and journeys. That's one of the things that we're seeing in this hour. The guys who are coming here are very talented, cool people. They've made choices and they're growing. And for me personally, I get a lot of inspiration from all my friends around. And that's a big thing, like what I was saying before, that to have that good eye, to be able to see and have the ability to every day make a difference for a Jew. We all have that ability. I have a friend online I talk to, and he always says this, every day, you have the ability to make a difference to someone else. And that's a powerful message for mysticism. We're talking about Nigunim, and the idea of Nigun is the idea of bringing everything together, a flow of music. And we said it comes in the form of Shem Hashem, and Hashem is the ultimate form that we have to, imitate in terms of, his ultimate kindness and trying to be more like him. And that is like this bridge between music and mysticism, that we have to really try and manifest that positivity in the world. And I bless us all that we should enjoy tonight, and we should take that inspiration with us for this Shabbos. And on Hanukkah we've got Yosef Kaduna coming. Yosef Kaduna is an unbelievable musician. These guys are amazing, but this guy is his soul and his music. You're going to be so lifted up by his voice. And he's been going around the world. He's very sincere. He's not doing it to become some famous musical guy. His song Shir Malas became one of the biggest songs in recent times for the Jewish people, and it's inspired us with all our craziness and wars. And you should really appreciate this Hanukkah. The yeshiva really going out of their way to bring Yosef Kaduna for Hanukkah. All guys should be there, and it's the second night Hanukkah, Sunday night. I'll let the rabbi tell us when the time is and everything else. But just appreciate what Hashem's doing for you guys. Not only is He giving you a great yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael, He's giving you great musicians who are willing to come and play just for you guys. We're not talking about a fancy concert with the whole thing. This is just a sincere connecting experience, and it should bless us all with success, and all the spiritual lights that come down in these times should be with us and should give us inspiration to dance with Mashiach. Torah, Mamish.
Still recording.